Hey y'all, my name is Diamond Stylz. I go live every Friday at 7:30, 7 o'clock. It's a little late today, but we're going to talk about the arrest of Sean P. Diddy Combs, Diddy, how these other celebrities are responding to it. It feels like a little weird. Feels a little creepy, but the industry is creepy. So let me. Hey CL, how are you? Hey California love. Hey Brandon. Sorry I'm late. I was handling business and it ran over. Hey Android. How's Seattle? Serenity. We're going to talk about Diddy today. Not necessarily him. We know his tea, but how people are responding to it. I want to hear y'all opinions about the situation. Hey Soraya. I am chilling. I feel like I feel beat today. Y'all want to see my outfit? Let me see. Okay. Excuse my house. My house is kind of a mess. Mm. Well, y'all haven't seen this part. I have. Oh, let me show y'all my. I have my vintage 70s. It's glasses from the 70s. Purple. Mm-mm. My cheap Chinese shop, $2 earrings, stars. This dress, simple little number. Y'all see, isn't this cute? Yay! It's so fish. Isn't this fish? And then this right here. Michael Kors. Soft, furry. It's like a furry, I can't remember what this called. It starts with an S. But it's so cute. It made me feel so fish. Hey girl, what's your scene? I love it. Where's my tea? I live for this. Very feminine. Fish about it. Mm. I don't know. I moved to Chicago about a month ago. Oh, I didn't know you moved. Well, how is Chicago? That's a that's a better city. People being real obtuse. I like it. Now when that winter hits you, then you're like, maybe not. But in regards to the city and you know, that cold, it gets a little ooh, I might not like it too much. But when it's still cool in fall, then I live. I live for Chicago in the summertime. May to July. But it is so much to do. I love Chicago. Chicago, because of the crime, gets a bad rap. But like anywhere, every area of the fucking city isn't full of crime. It's not like motherfuckers walking around wearing people out all the time, or every city got crime, child. But because of, I feel like the corruption of the police in Chicago, Chicago gets a bad rap. But I have been to Chicago so many times growing up, and um, in my youth and in my adulthood, and I have never had no issues. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love it. I love it too. Um, the men are fine. They are sluts and will rob you, but they are fine. Sometimes you got to live on the edge. A little risk make it sexier. Ah. We are not talking about Atlanta. Baby, if you get robbed by an Atlanta punk, you deserve to be robbed. If you get robbed by an Atlanta punk, child, honey, you deserve your purse taken. We don't slut shame here. Baby, please. If I get robbed in Atlanta, baby, girl, you niggas. I would never get robbed in Atlanta. I feel like I might as well get topped by a tranny. Titties on my back. That's just as shameful for me. Nah, yeah, I ain't never had no issues in Atlanta. The closest thing to an issue that I had in Atlanta was from the girls. It wasn't from the butch queens. It was from the girls or the trade. The girls was trying to take my tricks, honey, when I was escorting there one time. We were staying at the same hotel. We didn't know each other, but we were staying at the same hotel. And I guess they weren't making no money. They were trying to catch my tricks coming in the door. Try to catch them. Bitch, if you don't go, try to get my tricks. Girl, gone. I had to come out there and grab one of my tricks. Baby, the girl in the pictures. Come on, baby. We don't know them. We don't know them bricks, honey. They were trying it. Yeah. They were trying to intercept him before he come into the room. Cause y'all bitches can't bring no niggas in from y'all little pics. Little dusty hoes. Little dusty bricks, honey. Using cheap pictures. Hey, Brianna. We're going out. I'm going out after this. I'm supposed to be going out at 11. So we're going to go to the gay bars. Neighborhood. If you want to go out. I have some friends, some butch queen friends in town. Oh. Oh yeah. Aria said she was going to Seattle tomorrow. Well, have fun. I'll see my son, ladies. I love my son, ladies. I did a photo shoot with that fan. But there's a sun right there, and I was trying to make them look like they were getting shined on by the sun. Mm. I have been running around. My housekeeper So I have a housekeeper come like once a month. And so they sent me, I'll go through this company and they sent me this new lady that doesn't speak English. And while I work through that because I know that can be annoying, but it also is annoying for me. But I work through it. But honey, she didn't speak no English, so we sitting on our phone translating to each other. And I needed her to help me put hang up some of my clothes. There I have a couch in my dining room and I hate hanging clothes. Like I do other stuff, but if it's just a pile of clothes, I look at it like and just leave it there. I hate hanging up clothes. So I wanted her to come and do her regular stuff. The normal girl I do, I want her to come and do her regular stuff, and she would have helped me hang up the clothes. But this new girl called her bosses, called the company, and was asking them questions about it. And then the company called me and was like, "Oh, our people don't hang up clothes. Y'all clean my toilet, but y'all won't hang up my clothes." She can't help me hang up the clothes. Anyway, she didn't help me hang up the clothes, so I was annoyed by that. No more hanging around. Oh, no more hanging around. Oh. But they're cheap, so it's okay. But she cleaned out my refrigerator today, so I'm so glad about that. She cleaned out my refrigerator. Um, I was That's my jam. I love Leanne. The sun going down. Oh, bittersweet summer rain. I love that song. Mm. But yes, let's talk about the children. I have concepts of a plan cleaning my apartment this week. We love concepts of a plan. We love concepts of a plan, baby, clearly. Random, but I'm going to ask you, do you think about Ordell? Do you think Adele or Yeba sings better? I prefer Yeba, but I think they're just different voices. I think they sing great. Both of them sing great, but it depends on what you like. I like that kind of I like running. I like running and power and people who give different varieties of their voice. So Yeba is going to be better for me. But Adele is like kind of a straight singer. Like there's some people who just can sit flat-footed and sing and have a tone that is just nice. When you hear their tone, it's just nice. And that's what I think about Adele. She has a nice tone. She has a nice tone, but I like people who can run. I like people who have variety in their voice. And so who can give you so for example, uh, I'm not horribly I like you to have a little bit of power in certain circumstances. But I don't really need that. So like somebody who has a powerful voice is gonna be like a Jennifer Hudson. But her voice always sounds the same. It's the same powerful voice. It's the same. Jennifer Hudson sounds like I'm from the Midwest. She's from the Midwest. Jennifer Hudson sounds like a typical church girl singer. Like you can find a million Jennifer Hudsons in the Midwest all the time. To me, like that's not. I'm not. I'm not. I don't want to say I'm not. It's not like she's a good churchy singer. Like you can find a million of them. So it's not unique in a way, but I like voices that are unique. I love it's it's for example like if you compare Tamar Braxton and Tony Braxton on a technical level, Tamar can outsing Tony on a technical level, like because Tamar has more range, she has more kind of running ability, but I enjoy Tony's voice more than Tamar's voice. But on a technical, if you're a vocalist and you know the skill that it takes to do certain sounds and the range and technical stuff when it comes to running and da 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 da, I know technically Tamar can sing better than Tony. Can do more. I don't want to say sing better. Can do more than Tony in regards to her range and actual skill. But Tony's voice sounds better to my ears, even though she can't do what Tamar does. And so I like people who has that kind of who has tone. I love tone. Tone is beautiful. Um so that's all to say. I like Yeba. If I were to choose between Yeba and Adele, I agree. Tony sounds better for my personal taste. Yes, that's just what I think about. And another thing, while we on talking about music, we usually get to talking about music after we done talking. But I'm always down talking about music. So, is it five? So there are five things that, in general, that we judge voices by. Power. So power is, how do I describe power? Is how you project your voice and hey, yeah, 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 yeah. I was just running, so that's agility. But it's like hey or hey. Those two different things. One is powerful and projects, and one is like kind of just soft and not necessarily weak, but power is ha. um Jennifer Hudson. Jennifer Hudson, you're gonna get the power. Jennifer Holiday, you're gonna get power. You're gonna it's power. It's just like power is at you. You're gonna hear it from all the way in the back of the stage. I mean in the back of the auditorium. It's power. So there's power. Agility is what you can do with your voice. Yeah, 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 yeah. That kind of running and yeah, yeah, yeah. All that when people who run too damn much is gonna be like Tasha Scott from Escape. Um, you're gonna have the Karen Clark is a great runner. Brandy is a great runner. Jasmine Sullivan is a great runner. Now some of these people who I'm talking about has multiple of what I'm describing, but I'm giving you people. Kiki is a great runner. She also has power. She'd be hollering too. um, um, uh, um, 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 yeah, so we agility is gonna be the acrobats, the ooh, yeah, yeah. Doom, 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 doom. Oh, whatever. What? Scatting. Ba-ba-dee-doo, ba-dee-ba-da-ba-do-da-ba-do-dee, da-ba-doo-doo, ba-da-ba-da-ba-do-da-ba-do-dee, ah-ba-dee-dum-dum-dum, ba-da-ba-dee, da-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-do-da-dee, ah-ba-dee, ba-da-ba-ba, ba-dee-ba-da-ba-ba-doo. All of that is scatting. What's another popular scat? Um, um, Beep beep beep. What song? Y'all know this song. Beep 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 bop, zippity boo put you put out put you put out put you put up put up put up put you down. Beepity beepity boppity boppity zap bop 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 da beep da down. Dry your eyes. Please don't cry. You can be strong if you just hold on. That is the Next Lifetime live. She do the one of her background singers do some scatting, and so all of that is agility. So power, agility, and tone. So tone is going to be just how your voice sounds, and it's usually unique. So somebody who has like a beautiful tone, Ella is going to be agile because she is a scatter. She is going to use, she's an agile. Um, but tone is going to be somebody who is popular for their tone is going to be a Brandy, is going to be a Whitney Houston. Now, I'm saying these people, some of these people got multiple of these power, agility, tones, like Whitney Houston, she's kind of like everything. She's usually, if you are like a top tier singer, you got everything. Um, Power, agility, tone. Tony Braxton got a beautiful tone. Anita Baker got a unique, dark tone, silky. Um, you distinct tones like a Erica Badu. When you think about Shaka Khan sound like a French horn when she's singing. She's a mezzo soprano, so she sounds like a horn. Like if you hear Shaka like on Shamir Joy, yes, even Jasmine Sullivan, jazz vocalists usually have those kind of tone. It's like a it's just the quality of your voice. It's not about the power of it, it's not about the lightness of it. It's about just how the structure of your throat creates sound. And that is unique to every single singer. And so some people you just like their tone. Have you ever heard somebody and it's just like, God, their voice just sounds so silky and smooth or high or clear um and though that tone makes your voice unique. How you can hear when it's a Faith Evans singing, how you can hear when it's a Fantasia singing. Those unique, when you know, oh, that's Erica Badu. Oh, that's Jill Scott. Oh, their tone is what makes them unique. That Ronald Isley, that Gerald Levert, that how you can hear that, oh, that's their voice is because they have a unique tone that sounds unique to them. So power, agility, and tone. And then we have pitch. Pitch is really simple. Pitch is how do you stay on key? The music is playing. How are you coming in on the note that you're supposed to be on? Pitch. There are some people who they just don't have the ear to be on key. They be off key, they be flat, they be sharp. They can't stay on one key when they sing in a song because they don't have the ear to be on pitch. So that's really the basics. So power, agility, tone, pitch. There was one more. What else? What else am I missing? Um, yes, Iniko has a very interesting tone. So power, agility, tone, pitch, and who was someone that is off key often? Someone that is off key often. Now, let's say Mary J. Blige. So you, you don't have the perfect clarity and rasp. I would put that in tone. I would put all of that in tone. How clear your voice is, how raspy your voice is, all that is in tone to me. Um, there's something else. Um, Mary J. Blige would be somebody who is off key sometimes, but it's not always a bad thing. Being off key isn't always a bad thing. Sometimes it's a tone thing with her. She can be pitchy. It is said only 2% of the population has perfect pitch. Yes. For some reason, I don't like whose voices. Whose voice? I don't like. Is it say many voices, or are you saying Mary? I have this little heart thing that blocks the last letter of the last like phrase of whatever somebody types. Mary J's voice. Okay, yeah, Mary. Um, I like Mary J's voice when she is in her R&B, jazz, Anita Baker. Um, um, baby, there's no need to tell you. As far as I can clearly recall, my love has been here for you. And you don't have to worry at all. I'll sacrifice my time to make sure that you're satisfied. And there's no hard things to the joy it'll bring. I want to give you all of my love, loving you. When she's in that, ooh, when she whatever her voice was in there, um, um, the only person's voice I can't stand much is that Shea Butter on Your Pillow girl. Who is Shea Butter on Your Pillow girl? I don't know her. Um, are you talking about Ari Lennox? I love Ari Lennox's voice, but she has a very unique tone that some people just don't like. If you talk about Ari Lennox, I don't know Shea Butter on Your Pillow girl. I don't know her name. Thank you for this discussion. Check out the channel, Brandon. Mm. Um, Sharaya said Rihanna. Rihanna has an interesting tone. I think she be off key a lot of times. She's very pitchy when she sings, but she has a unique tone. Like you can tell. I think that's what she has. Uh, excuse me. I think what has kept Rihanna famous in regards to her musicality is people writing good songs for her connection to good writers, her look, and and she has a unique tone. I think she does have a unique tone that people like. She looks sickening, and you add that to good writers and unique tone. You can be a cute artist. What other songs? Oh, um, Mary's "Share My World and Don't You Leave." Promise I'll be here whenever you need me. Whatever the words. Share My World. I love her tone on Share My World. I love her tone on a lot of songs. There's some that I don't, but there's some tones that I love. Um, but yeah, and I think another. If I was, I can't think of another five. But okay, so we said power, agility, tone, and pitch. That's what makes a good singer. I thought it was another one. There has to be another one I was thinking. Um, oh, range. Duh. Range. Right. Duh. Range. I'm like, it's five. Range. So range is how many notes that your normal voice can actually sing comfortably. So people who have a high range, they have 4 and 5, 6 octaves. You get what I'm saying? They have a bunch of octaves on the scale, on the piano scale. There is multiple octaves. So how low can you go? How high you can go? And somebody with a big range has a big range of notes that they can actually sing comfortable. Now, another element about voice is there is a chest voice and there is a head voice. Chest, falsetto, different name for it or whatever. But chest is your normal voice, like don't you remember you told me you love me, baby? That is my normal. You said you'd be coming back this way again. Baby, 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 baby. I'm about to switch to my falsetto. Baby, baby, baby. That is my head voice. Yeah. Oh. That is my head voice. Now I can switch from my head to my chest. Oh. You see what I'm saying? So you can switch from your head to your chest, and people who do that smoothly usually is a good singer. Um, but your head voice is going to be higher. It's going to be your higher one, and it's going to be a little bit weaker. Not for everybody. You got some people who have a strong ass head voice, like Alex Noel. How you say his last name? There is a non-binary. I don't know. Sorry. Um, Noel, is that how you say his last name? But they are shitting on Broadway right now. They are killing it. Yeah, it's the some people have powerful head voices. Sylvester, Alex Newell, yes. That's who I'm talking about. I knew y'all knew what I'm talking about. Who have powerful head voices. Yeah. Now, Luke James has a great head voice. Yes, people. Now, there are some people who don't have a powerful head voice, but they have a lot of control over their head voice. So that's going to go back into agility. So having a bunch of control in your head voice and your chest voice can being able to control going from your head voice to your chest voice with smoothness and in and out of it in a beautiful way. That way, the way you do that control, that is your agility as well. Shantae Moore I think she has a range. I don't think she's has a necessarily a powerful head voice, but it definitely has the range and the control, definitely, for sure. Good transitions, yes. And so range, I forgot. How did I forget about range? Duh. So range. So it is power, agility, tone, range. And what did I say the other one was? I keep forgetting all of them. What was the other one? Um, Power, agility, tone, pitch, and range. Yeah. So those are the 5 things that make you a good singer. People who are great singers can do all 5 of these. They're all 5 good. And they don't have to be perfect. Pitch, tone, power, agility. You missed one. And range. You forgot the range. Yes. And range. So Shaka Khan can phrase with the best of them, like Sarah Vaughan. I think when we talk about phrasing, that goes into agility. When you know how to do your phrasing and when to um and there's different little things that you can do with your voice, like um what is the like I love when what's her name, like Alanis Morissette. There's something that she does. I went to your house, walked up the stairs. I noticed the door without ringing the bell. Um, um, you live, you learn, you cry, you learn. That little you live, that Alanis Morissette does that so much, and it's a part of her. Is um it's a part of her just her inflection. It's like a it's like a yodel, but not a full ass yodel. But yes, it's like a yodel. It's and so those little things, and so Elizabeth talks about um emoting lyrics and interpretation. Yes. So what makes you a good singer is your style. Styling is how you sing a song, those little inflections that make you unique to the ear. Like it's like when you hear You know you're gonna hear Michael Jackson. Stop pressuring me, just stop pressuring me, makes me want to scream. It's like Michael has a styling that's all his own. When you hear somebody mimicking a vocal styling, it's because they're usually doing something that is unique to the style of that singer. Um, Mariah is a stylistic singer. I think Mariah became more of a stylistic singer. I think when she hit her butterfly era, she became more of a stylistic singer when she went into her own what she wanted to do and what she wanted to create. I think her first albums were just a great voice of Mariah. I think her first and second album, Vision of Love and Emotion and those first two albums, I think those were just her doing pop and her having a good young singer's voice. But when she gets into her butterfly era and her emancipation of Mimi and those eras, she's doing a certain style that of R&B that's unique to her, and she starts to be more of a stylistic singer. I think in her earlier days, I think she was just giving classic good singing. I didn't really hear a style. It started with Daydream. Daydream still was giving me it wasn't giving me what Daydream wasn't giving me what but I guess you could say it did start in Drake. What was I don't know about Daydream. Maybe. I don't know about that was yeah, I don't know about Daydream. I don't know about Fantasy. Fantasy still felt like her old stuff. She brought some new elements in it, but I don't know. I saw a real stylistic change with Butterfly. Butterfly is where I was like, oh, she's doing something different. Um, but yes, so that Anita Baker tone and agility, absolutely, and the tone definitely because she is she has a darker woman's tone. Usually, people who are like pop singers, they're usually mezzo sopranos. That's gonna be your Whitney Houston, your Shaka Khan's. Your usually the popular singers are mezzo sopranos. They're usually mezzos. You rarely are gonna um there's some of them after she divorced Tommy, yes. There are some of them that are sopranos, like real live sopranos, but most of the time they don't be sopranos like that. Thank you, Mac Darling, for your donation. I appreciate you. Um, yeah, that's something that um that makes you I think that freedom that makes you that makes I think that freedom made her do what she wanted to do and she became more of a stylistic singer. You have when you want it the most, there's no easy way out. Don't give up on your faith. Love comes to those who believe it. And that's the way it is. I love Celine. I love Celine Dion. She is one of my top five. Um, who else? I love Natalie Gaines from Dixie Chicks. Sometimes I wake up crying at night, and sometimes I scream out your name. What right does she have to take your heart away when for so long you were mine? I remember when you were mine. How would you describe whisper singers like Jana Aiko? There are people who don't have power. Like they have a tone and a little bit of agility, but they just don't have power. So those are going to be your Janet Jacksons. Those are going to be and it doesn't mean they can't sing. They just don't have power because Janet Jackson can sing, but she just doesn't have power. Like we're used to that kind of we're used to that kind of churchy, powerful singers, that Kiki Wyatt, that Jay Hudson, that Fantasia Barrino. We're used to, especially to black folks, it's like if you can't do that power, you can't sing. But there's quality in their voices too. It may not be your preferred taste, but it's it's you know it's a voice, and it has agility, and it has a tone. um where do you rank the beautiful Brandy? Brandy has tone, agility, range. And when I say range, I am not talking about up. Where Brandy's range goes is down. So range, a lot of people fetishizes range is up. So when we think about range, we go, oh, she can pop high notes. She can and hit whistle tones and blah 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 blah. And that's kind of like, oh, we hit, but there is also a range down. And it's unusual for women to be able to go down. So when we think about the Anita Bakers and the Layla Hathaways, and Layla sometimes sound like a whole damn tenor. She sound like a whole man sometimes singing, because she just has that such rich, dark, low woman's voice that it sometimes be giving trade. But Brandy is one of them people who have that dark. Jasmine too. Yes, definitely. Yeah, Brandy would tear her bottom up. But what makes Brandy special to me, Tony? Yes, she's going to be that contralto. Um, but Brandy is a mezzo soprano, but she just has a very low range where she can go down there. But what makes Brandy special to me is her phrasing, her tone, her harmonies. Um, her harmony layering, her style of layering, her style of harmonizing, her style of even just the agility, her agility and tone. That's my favorite part of Brandy voice, why she's one of my favorite singers, her agility and tone. Um, who else should I bring up? Yeah, so somebody like Janet Aiko, is it Janae Aiko? They're gonna be those kind of whisper singers who I don't shit on them. I know they don't give you the power that you want, but it's not that they can't sing, they just don't have power. And there are some voices that sounds nice that just don't have power. And I think that black people in general, when we think of a singer and when we think somebody can sing, they need to have that power. And that's not, whereas white folks, we got Joni Mitchell, we got people who are singers that's popular in the white folks era that have just an amazing voice. They don't have power, but they have an amazing voice. When we think of, oh, Sierra is one of them, that's like a whisper singer. When we think about like a Joni Mitchell, when we think about even some of the country girls like a Dolly Parton, when we think about Alison Krauss. Alison Krauss doesn't have like a powerful, crazy voice, but it is crazy in its tone, and it's beautiful. Alison Krauss is dope. Um, Pam from Total. hmm Layla is in a class of her own. She can do inhuman things. Um, Not many can sing more than one note at once in their voice. Polytonal singing is really, I don't want to say common in the sense like everybody can do it, but she's not the only one that can do it. Just a bunch of people can do it. If you go on TikTok and search for polyphonic, there's tons of people who are singing who can polyphonically sing. You can actually be some, not everybody, but some people can be trained to do it. Um, Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift. That's another like, like a Sierra, honey, a weak voice, but um, she can deliver her music. I think Taylor is a great writer, and I think that songs that she sings that's hers, I think they are good. I think that she's a great writer, and I don't. She's not what we used to in regards to powerful singers, but I think she does what she does good. In the same way, like Madonna, like there were some songs that Madonna was singing down on. Is she singing like I'm used to? No, but take a bow. The night is over. It's masquerade is getting older. Whatever the words. Lights down low. I don't know. Curtains down. I don't remember the words. I think she wears that out. I think Take a Bow is good. What's the other one? Um there's a couple of songs that not Mariah, Madonna is like, ooh, you singing this song. Um, but yeah. Are you putting your foot in that one, Madonna? But yes. All right, we done been on here for 40 minutes, 45 minutes. Madonna got better. She had to work hard to do Evita. She got vocally trained for that. I really didn't like her voice on Evita, but she did get better. She did get better over time. When it like if you think about her vocals on Holiday, they were so weak and corny and poppy. But then when she gets into her 90s bag, she starts to do really good songs to me. Thank you, Matt. Oh, Dolores. Ooh, her voice. Ooh, that is a voice that I love. She has that kind of inflection. What's that? Zombie, zombie, zombie. Eh, Oh, I love her voice. Oh, I love her. I hate when I was so sad when she passed away. Um, yeah, I love her voice. I love. Yeah, I would say that she is. I think she has power. I think she had power too. Um, that's what made her voice unique, her tone and stuff how she played with her style, and yeah, I think she had power too. Yeah. Oh, so good. I miss her. Singers you think have too much of one trait. I think Latasha Scott runs too damn much. I think she runs too much. Um, that's one that comes to mind. J Hud, I think she only has power. She doesn't have a unique tone to me. She's always hollering. Um, yeah, I can say that John Legend has a unique tone, and he sounds the same. Yeah, I agree. Who are my top 10? Oh God. Ew, shit. All right, let's see. Let's see if we can do this. I've done this before though on one of my lives. I didn't know Madonna did Holiday. You didn't know that? That was Madonna's first song, first single, I think. Holiday, celebrate. All right, so let me see. So my top singers, if I have to do top 10, so we got to do and this is not in no order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ooh, I'm running out of spaces. I'm trying to write everybody and delete because you said just top. Just top 10. Okay, what do I have so far? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I got to take away one. Which one do I take away? Oh, Lord Jesus. Okay, I've narrowed it down to 11. I forgot boys. I can't do boys and girls. I have to do boys separate. I can't do because I'm not taking no men off. I'm not taking no women off my list for no niggas. No, because no, I'm not taking it. No, I'm not doing that. So I got to do different boys. Let me make a list of boys. And then, because I can't, there's none of these names of women that I'm taking off the list. Even though I fucking love Luther. Luther is my number one male. I love Luther, but I'm not taking him off for none of these women that I have on my list. So let me do a different one for boys. Boys are harder. Y'all gonna gag. Y'all gonna gag. Some of these y'all gonna gag. In the boys. Hold on, I'm gonna list them. I already got the girls. I gotta narrow it down to 10 because I have a 11, but I don't know who I can delete. Who I would delete if I had top 10. Oh, that is hard. Okay, I'm not thinking about that yet. I'm thinking about the boys. All right. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need 2 more boys. Those are way more. Do I want to put him on my list? I don't want to put him on my list, but I mean, his voice is sickening. He's late, but his voice is sickening. Let me see. His voice ain't sickening. His songs are just sickening. Man. Okay, I'm almost done. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is that the right one? Is that it? Is that the right one? There's one that I would take off. Who is he? Who sings? Who's better than him? She is not in my top. She is in my top artist, but she's not my. She wouldn't be my top singer. All right, I'm gonna stick with that. List better have Sean Stockman. Not mine. I like his voice, but it ain't in my top. All right, so who y'all want to start? Oh, I forgot to cut that. So I got the boys at 10. I got one extra one on the girls. Who would I fucking delete? This is hard because these are all my faves, but who would I delete? I got it down to 11. Who would I delete? I can't delete any of these. Who would I delete? Oh my God. I don't know who I would delete. Who I would delete. Oh, it got to be her or her. Oh. Oh, that's difficult. This getting it down to 10 is difficult. I don't know who I would delete from here. Okay, let's start with the boys. I will get to the girls. All right, y'all ready? Some of these are going to be spicy, but these are my favorite. It could be 11. Thank you for sharing them with us. Thank you, RJ. All right, so, all right, my number one male voice out of everybody for me is Luther Vandross. My number two is Usher. Now, the rest of these aren't in order, but in my personal opinion, my taste of male vocalists, Luther is number one and Usher is number two. Period. Okay? Luther number one, Usher is number two. Now, the rest of these aren't in an order. I don't know who my number three is, but these are my favorite male voices after my number two spots. Peabo Bryson. It's just something about his voice that I live for. Peabo Bryson. This is the one that I wanted to delete because he's late, but his voice is sickening to me. I would say Brian McKnight. I love Brian McKnight's voice. It's one last cry before I leave it all behind. I'm gonna put you out of my mind for the very last time. Start living a lie. I know I gotta be strong. When I'm the life goes on and on and on and on. That run is hard. Brian McKnight. I love him. Y'all might not know this one. I'm a good singer, but I'm glad he ain't my dad. Amen. So y'all might not know this one, but there's something. Oh my God, I got 12. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I forgot about her. Oh my God. The women is hard. Okay. So this voice is not a popular male voice. And I say male because of they are assigned male at birth, but I think they are trans. But only based on the sound. Anthony Haggerty. When I hear Anthony Haggerty's voice, it pulls emotion out of me. I love it. So y'all may not know that person. They're a trans person. Anthony Haggerty. So we have Luther, Usher, Peabo Bryson, Brian McKnight, Anthony Haggerty. Another one from the gospel realm. I just love his voice. It is the control, it is the power, it is the agility, and it is Daryl Coley. I don't know if y'all know Daryl Coley unless you grew up in church, but Daryl Coley. I love Daryl Coley. Another voice. So we have Luther, Usher, Peabo Bryson, Brian McKnight, Anthony Haggerty, Daryl Coley. Another voice that I love because of its masculinity. It is one of the most masculine voices that I know that I associate with masculinity. And he just sings. He just flat-footed sings. And that's going to be Gerald Levert. I love Gerald Levert's music. I love his sound. I love when he sings live and how he makes you want to take your panties off and throw them at the stage. I could see why back in the day they threw panties at the stage because his voice just hits me in a spot that only a man's voice could hit me. Gerald Levert. So we have Luther, Usher, Peabo Bryson, Brian McKnight, Anthony Haggerty, Daryl Coley, Gerald Levert. Now this one is just one of my favorite male voices of all time. He doesn't sing in a genre that I absolutely love, but I love his group and I love that he is a lead singer of the group. And I just love his voice. It is unique. When I hear it, I'm like, oh my God, that is him. I love his voice. And that is good. Excuse me. And that is going to be Steven Tyler of Aerosmith. Um, I just love his voice. Every time that I look in the mirror, I live you learn. Oh, I love that voice. Steven Tyler. I don't remember the words. Steven Tyler from Aerosmith. Yes, love it. Next is gonna be Adam Levine. Y'all may not like him. It may be an off the beaten path choice, but I love Adam Levine's voice. There's something about his voice in Maroon 5 that I just love it. I just love his voice. I love how he sings. I love his tone. And last but not least is gonna be Teddy Pendergrass. I love Teddy Pendergrass. I love his voice. I love the masculinity of his tone. I love the power of it. I just love it. So yeah, Teddy Pendergrass. Honorable mentions are gonna be Jeffrey Osborne, are gonna be Al Green, Marvin Winans, Casey from Jodeci, Wanye Morris from Boys to Men. I just don't. I just don't. They're my honorable mentions, but I don't like them better than people that I listed. So Luther, Usher, Adam Levine, Teddy Pendergrass, Steven Tyler, Gerald Levert, Daryl Coley, Anthony Haggerty, Brian McKnight, and Peabo Bryson are my top 10 male voices. All right. So let's get to the girls. Oh, Lord God. So I got 12, and I can't decide um who I'm gonna put in as the 12. This top 10 is so good. So yes, thank you. I love their voices. Their voices are fire. I love them. They're emotional. They know how to sell the song, and their tone is fire. Agility. Usher got agility. Luther got tone. Adam Levine is a off the beaten path, but it's something about his voice that I freaking love. I just love it. I just love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I'm at a payphone, dying to go home. Another day to depend on you. Oh, I love his song. I love his voice. Um, all right, so let's get the girls out the way. Oh God. All right. So I have um um it's 12. I can't narrow it down to 10. I can't narrow it down to 10. I just can't. I can't narrow it down to 10. Because I can't take any of these women off. Like I can narrow it down to 11 because this one I just added. I can take her down. I can take her off, but don't nobody pull emotions out of me like her. So it's kind of like I don't want to take her out, but I can take her out. Um, all right, so let's go to top. My top girlies that I wouldn't even think about taking off my list. So this is my top 5 that I wouldn't even think of. These are my top 5. Yeah, I can say that. Let's see. Yeah, I can say these are my top 5. Ooh, top 5? Definitely top 4. Would you be on my top 5? Hmm. Okay, I'm gonna do top. I'm gonna do top four. These are my top four. 100% top four in my life. Nobody can take their place. Um, these are my top. All right. All right. So I got 12 of women. I'm gonna do my top four of the 12. I'm do my middle four of the 12, and then do my bottom four of the 12. How y'all like that? Now the bottom four, you can switch any one of them two out to make the 10. I wouldn't want to, but the bottom four, you can switch any one of them two out to make the 10. Um, there's one girl that I want to add, but and it's surprising that she's not on here. I'm gonna put her name just so I can tell it to y'all at the end, but she ain't in my top. She ain't in my top 12. But you would think that she is, because I do be liking her songs. All right, y'all ready? So y'all want me to start with the top five, the top four? Okay. Okay, honorable mentions. All right. Um. Okay, let me pick four. I'm about to say Barbara Streisand. I just ruined it. So Barbara Streisand is going to be in my our honorable mention. She is not in my top nothing. Because anybody know me, I controversially do not like Barb. Do not like Babs. But I do like her voice a little bit sometimes. I think she would be in honorable mentions in the choice of that. um okay. Okay. My top four singers, my top four, who I like, who I love. This is just my opinion. You ain't gotta agree. My top four voices of all time of my life are Shaka Khan, Whitney Houston, Karen Clark Sheard, and Brandy. Those are, you cannot convince me out of my top four. Nobody can out sing them to me based on my taste of singers. Those four people, they're the singers of my life. They are the ones, if you want to know what I like in voices, those are the four. Shaka Khan, Whitney Houston, Karen Clark Sheard, and Brandy. Period. Those are the ones. All right. So what y'all think about them? Shaka Khan, Whitney Houston, Karen Clark Sheard, Brandy. Is this beginning career Whitney? This is Whitney Houston, child. We is not, voices change and get bad over time, honey. Voices shift and change. It's Whitney Houston. Whitney. The whatever Whitney you want to bring. Whitney is Whitney. All right. So let's get into my four. Now, I feel like my top four is undeniable. That for me. Now, these are my next four. Like if I had, these my top four, three, two, wait, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Um, all right, y'all ready? Um, let me see. Switch Brandy for Aretha, and I agree with the others. We love Whitney, watch her sing the anthem all the time. Very unique voices with much influence, absolutely. Shaka is Erica Badu's favorite singer, yes. And call me a hater, but I'm not a Brandy fan like that. I don't think you're a hater just because you don't. I don't think that makes you a hater. Sometimes people just don't resonate with you. She has a few good songs. I don't think she has a few good songs. She has a lot of good songs. But I just don't have faith in her ability like some people. I don't think it's faith in ability. I think it's just you just don't like her voice. her catalog and her impact on singers. Like Brandy is a singer. Like if you ask other great singers, such as Whitney Houston, is Brandy great? She's gonna say yes. If you ask mostly all the people about Brandy, we there's literally videos of people praising Brandy about her voice just because and her impact on their own take. So you just may not just like Brandy. Her voice, not Brandy as a person, but you may just not like her voice, and that's okay. You have great taste. I would love to hear your current top 5 singers from young generation to now. All right, so this is my top. This is my next 4. So this are we doing top 12, top 4, and then the top to 8, and then the 12. All right. Now these might get spicy. If you thought the first 4 was spicy, these might be a little spicy to you. So we're gonna start off with Mariah. Mariah is a vocal beast. She has a great voice. She has power. She has agility. She got some fire ass harmony. Mariah Carey is undeniable. She just has an undeniable voice. Mariah is sickening. Mariah. Next voice is Kiki Wyatt. I know that's my cousin, but that bitch can blow her motherfucking ass off. And I've heard her do things that some people have never even heard. She is just a fucking vocal beast. Kiki Wyatt is a vocal beast of my life. And I know I might be biased because I grew up with her. So that's just what it is. Kiki is a vocal beast. Yes. So Kiki, Mariah, Anita Baker, her tone, her depth, her style. Anita, you cannot, Anita. And last but not least, I think she is one of the greatest. She's one of the divas. Like when we think about the divas of pop, she is one. Celine Dion. So those are my next 4. Celine Dion is a fucking vocal beast. She's sickening. She's versatile. She can give you power. She can give you runs. She give you what it is. Celine, Mariah, Kiki Wyatt, Anita Baker. That is, honey, there's nobody else other than my other 4. There's nobody else. There's nobody else that fucks with them other than my first 4. Them is my bitches. I love them. Love, 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 love. So first 4, so Shaka, Whitney, Karen, Brandy, Celine, Mariah, Kiki, Anita. All right, so that's the top 8 in my life, my taste, my preference. My top 12, the last 4. These get spicy because some of them are nostalgia for me. Some of them just do something to my body when I hear their voice. Some of them just have undeniable talent and uniqueness. And some of them is just fucking dope. Like, oh my God, what the fuck you do? Like, just, all right. All right. So this is my last 4. More than likely, CL, some of the names in my honorable mentions are going to be like, what? How are they in your honorable mentions? Because I don't fuck with them like that. I like them, but and I know some songs and I live, but they're in my honorable mentions because I like the rest of the other people better. All right, so these are my 4 that are the most spiciest. I think these 4 are gonna be, Yeah, I think these are the most spiciest. Not because you're not gonna think they talented, but because I put them over certain people in my honorable mentions. It just is what it is, and you gotta take. So my top 12. She is an American diva. You cannot fucking if you think about pop divas, you got to add her. I don't care what nobody say. Toni Braxton. Toni Braxton is sickening. I don't care what nobody say. Toni Braxton is one of my top tens. She's one. She's one of them. I love Toni Braxton. She got soulful ass songs. Um, Toni Braxton is my shit. That's just what it is. Um, an undeniable talent that is so underrated that I think don't get enough credit. And hopefully I think she's in hospice right now being taken care of by some family members because I think she had a stroke. Not 100% for sure. But Rochelle Farrell, you don't get more talented, powerful, agile, pitch. She got everything. Range, she got everything. Rochelle Farrell got everything. there is nothing of the top 5. The range, the tone, the power, the agility. Rochelle Farrell got everything. The pitch, everything. Rochelle Farrell has to be in my top 10. Has to be. Now these two are like you almost forgot Beyonce. I didn't add Beyonce. I think Beyonce has an amazing voice. She's not in my top nothing. She's not in my top nothing. I love her. I love her voice. I think she can sing her ass out, but she is not in my top nothing. I think she can sing, but top? No. I love Beyonce. I'm into Beyonce, but no. I think Beyonce is the Michael Jackson of our time. I think she is one of the most the premier entertainer of our generation. I think if you had to create a Michael Jackson, she is the one of this era. She's the one. And I think one of the reasons why Michael is not in my top male voices is because I don't think Michael had one of the top voices. I think he was great, a great entertainer, and he can hum a tune and sing a tune, but he wasn't one of the greatest voices. He was a great entertainer. And I think Beyonce is the same way. They do everything great enough to be great. They dance great enough. They sing great enough. They entertain you great enough to be great. So that's about Beyonce. Anyway, let's go to the last 2 of the 12. She ain't in my top. These 2 are spicy, and if you aren't into their catalog, you may not know what they can vocally do. So this is a legend. This is a classic voice. This is the Lady of Song, Ella Fitzgerald. Ella Fitzgerald is a fucking beast. Ella Fitzgerald is a vocal beast. Perfect pitch, agility, tone. Ella Fitzgerald is a beast. And she may not be popular in the way that in this our new style of singing, but when we talk about jazz standards and big band and that kind of who set the standard for American music, Ella Fitzgerald, man. Ella Fitzgerald is one of the greatest voices that ever hit this earth. Ella Fitzgerald. So, yeah, she got to be up there. She got to be in my top 12. Ella is the one. I don't she in a category of her own, but yeah, it's hard to compare like a Whitney and a Ella. It's like, what girl? So yes. But she just I think, she was an era of time that people may not like her particular style nowadays, but Ella is a fucking beast. And last but not least, this I think this is the most spiciest one because of her newness and because of her unknownness. Um and there's some older singers who I'm going to mention in my honorable mentions. Um that other people would put her put before her, but I'm talking about me and how they voice impacts me. This singer, when soon as she opens her mouth, tears start coming to my eyes almost every time that she sings. So it's something about her voice. It's something about her tone and her voice and how she delivers a song that makes me cry when I hear her. And that emotional impact with her voice has trumped some of these classic great singers for me, which has boosted her up to be in my top 12 because I just love her voice. Um, so this is the most spiciest one that y'all be able to be. Why this bitch in the top 12? But Alice Smith. It is something about Alice Smith's voice that just does something to my soul. It is something about her voice that it controls my body. Like I can't sit and listen to her. I'm thinking about her and my body is doing it. It's something about her voice that just makes my body makes the emotions come out of my body and my body just tense up in a positive way. The goosebumps, and it's not just goosebumps on your arms, it's goosebumps all around my head and my body, and she just pulls emotion out of me. So Alice Smith is going to be my last in my top 12. It is just something about her voice that connects with me. I love her voice. So, all right, let's go to the honorable mentions. So, of course, the number one honorable mention vocalist is Aretha Franklin. So, Aretha Franklin has an amazing voice. Aretha Franklin has an amazing voice, undeniable, but I just like Aretha Franklin. I don't love Aretha Franklin. I just like her. I like certain songs. Um, there's not an album of Aretha's that I can just listen to all the songs and be like, "Ooh, I love this whole album." No, there's certain songs that are classics, like "Ain't No Way," um, "Mr. Do Right." There was moments when she sung that gave me chills. Yes, there's undeniable voice, but I just like her. I don't love her. Those people above this in my top 12, I love them. I love them. But Aretha's voice, um, I do love Aretha's voice. I like her voice. I like some songs, but I just like Aretha. Um, other two honorable mentions. These two are very similar, but different. One is younger, one is older. Kim Burrell and Jasmine Sullivan. I love Jasmine Sullivan. I love her, but she's too new to trump any of the other ones. And like if I was to trade out Alice Smith, it would be for Jasmine. Because Jasmine, I live for Jasmine too. But Jasmine, yeah, I need more. I need something else. I don't have a I don't know. It's hard for me to explain Jasmine, but Jasmine is one. Um, I like Coco for SWB. She's not one of my top voices, nowhere near it. Kim Burrell. Kim Burrell, I do not like Jasmine's voice. I love Jasmine's voice. Jasmine's kill it. She is dope. Kim Burrell. Kim Burrell is a beast. Kim Burrell is, if I had a top 5 gospel, she would be in my top 5, but vocalist of all time, she can't be. She's my honorable mention. But Kim Burrell, just flat-footed singing, the agility, the choices that she makes. Yeah. Yeah, you'll never hear me say Tina Marie. Tina Marie got 2 songs I like. Out on the Limb and the song she did with Rick James, Fire and Desire. Any other music of hers I don't like. Square Biz is cute, but not vocally. But I'm talking about where she did some vocal shit that I love. Out on the Limb and um, Fire and Desire. My white girls, honorable mentions. Already said Baps, Barbara Streisand, but she cool. I understand. I understand why people live for Barbara. But my 2 white girls that I love their voice, like, oh my God, these hoes can sing. Natalie Gaines from Dixie Chicks and Martina motherfucking McBride. Martina McBride. I love Martina McBride. Country girl. I love her. All right, so that's what it is. So my top 12 is Shaka Khan, Whitney, Karen, Brandy, Celine, Mariah, Kiki, Anita, Toni, Rochelle Farrell, Ella, Alice. Those are my top 12. My personal top 12. Yeah. I love them. Them is my bitches. Them, I love them. 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 Love them. Let me see some names that y'all mentioned. Coco, I like her voice. She's nowhere near my top nothing. Kelly Clarkson, I love her voice too. Nowhere near my top nothing. Nowhere near my top nothing. Coco is my top 10. Coco has some of my top songs. Like if I had to create a list of top songs, I really have to sit down and think about that. Like if I was on the R&B Money podcast and I wanted to say my favorite top R&B songs, Weak is one of my favorite R&B songs. I get so weak in the knees, I can hardly speak. I lose all control. Or something takes over me. In the days, it is so amazing. It's not a game. I'd like you to stay with me. Dry organic mangoes. I'm still going out at 11. I am. I thought I was going to talk about Boosie. Y'all got me talking about, y'all know music is my stuff. I like talking about music. I switched Leandria for Kim Burrell. I like Leandra's voice. Not better than Kim. I like her voice, but not better than Kim. Her is the new Prince for me. She plays all the instruments. I didn't really like Prince. I like some Prince songs, but I didn't really like Prince's voice like that. But I do respect him as a musician. That's what made him stand out, because he did play all the instruments, baby. How do you feel about new generation singers, Summer Walker, her, Ari Lennox? I love the uniqueness of Ari's voice. I like the tone of her and Summer Walker. If I'm to be honest, I don't think the girls are getting their hours. Somebody mentioned them earlier. There is the Black Music Archive channel here on YouTube, ran by the fine ass, sexy voice Malik. God, he's so fine. If you want to know my type, that is my type. As far as his voice and his face, oh, Malik's so fucking fine. Anyway, if you there's a video on that he made talking about the girls are not getting their hours. And exactly what he described is what I feel. When we were growing up, and I might sound old by saying this, but when we were growing up, if you was a singer, you a musical kid, where you sung at was at church, if you black. And you sung at school. So think about it. It takes, this is the premise of what he said. It takes 10,000 hours of practice to become a master of something. You need to be doing 10,000 hours of it to become a master. That's what somebody, I can't remember who did the quote. So I want you to think about the hours that you, if you were a singer, I was in church and going to school, will be getting in practicing your craft. So just take my life. Other people's life can be different. I'm not the greatest singer, but I can sing. And I have, I have a musicality about me. But why I learned about music is because I went to church from the time I could remember. Soon as there was any inkling that I could sing, they put you in a choir. Okay. So every Sunday, you in a choir. You got choir rehearsal. You got choir rehearsal either on Saturday and maybe or on Tuesday. I think mine was on Saturday to prepare you for Sunday. So you in choir rehearsal for 2 to 3 hours. Okay. Now do the math, get your calculators out. You singing, actually doing at the at the um at the performance on Sunday. All right. Now you get in school. When I was in school, I was in every choir. So you have a class of choir. So we had chamber singers. So chamber singers, there's one class every for an hour every day. Every for us, it was every mine was sixth or fifth or sixth period. So every day I had chamber singers. But even in my younger years, it was some kind of choir that I was in. So 1 hour out of every day of my school life, I have to sing. So I have to learn how to sing on key. I have to learn about notes. I have to learn about chords. I have to learn about tone, range. I have to learn about all these things. So from the time I'm old enough to sing, I'm at choir on Sunday. So think about Saturday and Sunday you singing. At school, 1 hour out of 5 days. So that means 2 hours on Saturday for choir rehearsal, 2 hours at least on Sunday. So that's 4 hours. 1 hour for every 5 days. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So let's just even it out to 10. So 10 hours a week, all the way up until you 18. So you 17 because I graduated early, but most people was 18. So that's 52 hours a week. Let's take away 2 of those. So that's 50. All right, so that's already. So all right, so we got 50 hours a week. Let's take two. Just say this week I didn't sing shit. So 50, and we said 10. That's 500, right? And you got 17 years. That's 8,500. That's 8,500. Now, you got to think about choir rehearsals, like rehearsals that are not official. So, anybody who knows, anybody that been around singers, you know we sing all the time. Like I know me, I harmonize with my fucking vacuum cleaner. I harmonize with my refrigerator when I'm in the kitchen. I harmonize with my blow dryer because things that make noise have notes and you can harmonize with them. So I harmonize with birds that make different sounds if I can hear them outside and they keep making the same sound, I'll harmonize with them and make them change their key. Because if they'll try to birds, I don't know if y'all know this, but certain birds, especially like mockingbirds, why they are called mockingbirds is that they will mock you. So but they're not the only ones that do it. Crows will too, like black crows. If you sing to a crow, he will try to sing back to you what you said. Did y'all know that? So if you try to mock them or you try to sing with them, they will sing your voice back to you. A lot of birds do that. So if you know singers, we sing all the time. So just with the school and the teaching and the choir practice stuff, that's 8,500 hours. That's just with that. So with the singing all day, singing in your shower, singing with your friends, me and my friends, even the ones that can't sing, we will be busting out in song, doing 3-part harmony on the beach when we're on vacation. We're on the plane, when we out to eat, singing birthday for people. That stuff adds to your hours throughout the year. So I think the new girls are not getting their hours in to make their voices strong. Because to me, we need to bring back bridges to songs. Songs don't be having bridges, vocal bridges. There's no climax. It's all singing the same little cute melody, but you're not giving me a climax. You're not, there's no I want to go somewhere in a song. I'm not talking about every song got to end with a crescendo and a holla. No, it's not, or a high note. It doesn't necessarily have to be that, but you got to take me somewhere. You got to take. I need bridges. I need bridges, or I need you to take me somewhere. I need a breakdown. I need I need something. I need some ad libs that's gonna give me some something. And singers from back in the day, in order for you to get to the bridge and do the bridge was the hard part. You got to prepare for that. I'm doing this first verse. Listen to old school songs. And sometimes they do it in the first Aretha Franklin. She starts off hold on, let me make sure I get the lyrics because child, I don't be knowing people's lyrics. Let me see if I can get the where there's a take me to heart and I'll always love you. That's the beginning of the song. It's no running. It's no running. It's just simple. I'm giving you the melody. Take me to heart, and I'll always love you. And nobody, one little run, can make me do wrong. Take me for granted, leaving love unshown. Mm-hmm. Makes willpower weak and temptation strong. Listen, baby. Very simple. She's all the way down here. A woman's only human. Very simple. She's giving you this, you should understand. She's not just a plaything. She's flesh and blood, just like a man. And if you wanna do right, old age woman, you gotta be a do right all night man. She builds up to giving you some feeling or something. I'm tenderly telling you, take me to heart and I'll always love you. And take me for granted, leaving love unsure. It makes willpower weak and temptation strong. Ugh, a woman's. It's just something about that control where you can take me somewhere. It's how you the delivery of your song. The girls is not delivering and taking me. You know, people like Jasmine Sullivan is. Of course, there's some girls that are out here doing the thing, but it's some of these new age singers. They ain't getting their hours in. What is Songcraft is not appreciated. No, definitely not. Babyface need to write some new songs and not just chop up, cut, and paste the stuff he already did, like he did for LMA. We need writers like Burt Baccarat and Stevie Wonder. First, few can write and sing those things outside of the range of an octave of Pelotonic. Yeah, those are amazing classic writers that wrote for their time. They're amazing. Burt Bacharach, having a singer as talented as Dionne Warwick and building your catalog around this talented voice. It's a magic that you can't replicate that. Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder, what people don't know, this is not taken away from Stevie at all, but his mother wrote a lot of his songs with him. Like if you look at the credits, his mother is in a lot of the song credits too. And so they had a magic to them. His mama, Stevie Wonder's mama. And so when you think about Stevie's skill, and Stevie is just a dope writer. He's an amazing writer. His songs are so great. Babyface is one of my top songwriters. I ain't going to church no more. Church is a training ground, musical training ground. I ain't saying that you gotta go to church to get it, but It's a training ground. I don't think that's the only place that it happens. Like when we think about like um um yeah, I think like when we think about people like Dolly Parton who grew up like singing with people with banjos that who knew how to play banjos in her neighborhood, in her in her town. Um, I think people who are around musicality and grow up doing it. Think about the Carter sisters, the Carter family. Um, they're gonna have that. You're gonna have that skill. It's just the practice of doing it all the time. Hey, yeah, I like Bruno Mars. Yeah, she did say that. Dolly Parton is really good at song crafting. I love the song she wrote for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame when she got inducted for that. It was so dope. Um, the songs are too short, different genre, but Ice Spice album has 23-minute long. The R&B Girls not too much longer. I'm not. I don't take people like Ice Spice seriously, musically seriously. I don't. I'm not taking a Ice Spice. I'm not taking a what's the little light skinned boy name? Um, if I was a bad bitch, I'm gonna fuck me too. While he's cute, but I'm not taking his musical life serious. I'm not what? I'm not. You gotta have some type of talent for me to even tune in and listen to you. So I'm not gonna. What about Mary J? We already talked about Mary J. What do you want to know about Mary J? What about her? The kids don't even learn to play interesting instruments anymore. Mm-mm. Billie Eilish and her brother are quite the duo in writing interesting music. Yes, they are. She gives passion more so than music talent to me. I understand what you're trying to say, and I agree with what you're trying to say, but I don't think I would use that language. I think she has a musical talent, but I think her passion can throw her technical skills off. When she gets a little too passionate, it can throw the technical skills off. I think she's musically talented. I just think that sometimes she can, when she gets so passionate, she can be get pitchy and kind of and not focus on the right notes. And so, yeah. Keisha Cole is very pitchy. Very pitchy. Too pitchy for me to like or enjoy. At least, you know, Mary is gonna get pitchy when she get to her climax, but at least she's getting to a fucking climax. Cause some girls ain't even going nowhere. They singing the same monotonous fucking way they sing. I already gave my top women. Are you coming in late, Turner? You want me to read them off to you again? I'll read them to you again. My top males are Luther, Usher, Adam Levine, Teddy Pendergrass, Steven Tyler, Gerald Levert, Daryl Coley, Anthony Haggerty, Brian McKnight, and Peebo Bryson. My top girls. Oh, okay. My top girls. Yeah, we went through a whole thing. My top girls are Shaka Khan, Whitney Houston, Karen Clark Sheard, Brandy, Celine Dion, Mariah Carey, Kiki Wyatt, Anita Baker, Toni Braxton, Rochelle Farrell, Ella Fitzgerald, and Alice Smith. Honorable mentions is going to be Aretha Franklin, Natalie Gaines, Martina McBride, Kim Burrell, and Jasmine Sullivan. Those names are going, I think all of them bitches is top tier. But my top 4 is going to be Shaka, Whitney, Karen, and Brandy. Top girl groups of all times, like girl groups, anybody? Dixie Chicks, Destiny's Child, In Vogue, SWV, Supremes, and Clark Sisters. That's so easy for me. So easy. I can name my girl groups quick. Clark Sisters, SWV, In Vogue, Supremes, and Destiny's Child. Top girl groups, period. Honorable mentions, TLC, Andrews Sisters, or Boswell Sisters. They interchangeable. Andrews Sisters or Boswell Sisters. Or McGuire Sisters. Them 3 white girl groups, there's something about their voices. Connie Boswell's voice, Wendy, Mary, you gotta count them. Yeah, girl groups. Yeah. Pace Sisters. Ooh, Pace Sisters. Yeah. Come on, yeah. Yeah. I love the Pace Sisters. They're not in my top 5, but I love them. And Escape. I think Escape is in my top 10. If I had a top 10, Escape would be there. Girl groups. Baby, yeah. Ooh, Lucretia Campbell. Oh, you pulled that on out. Ha! Lucretia. Ha ha. Glory be to God. Ha. Come on. That's a deep cut. Hallelujah. Come on. Old school. A deep cut. I love Lucretia. My favorite song by Lucretia Campbell is a song she did with Wilmington Choir. What do I do when I don't know what to do? What do I say when I don't know what to say? Where do I turn? What are the answers to those questions that seem to have no answer? I'll just stand still until your will is clear to me. Ooh. I'll just stand still until your will, till you mend the missing pieces. Oh, that's my song. And then the choir comes in. Yes. Some folks run out of material and content and subject to sing about and make new music about. Hmm. I don't think that there are. I agree. But if your creativity is only based on your pain, then are you really a creative? Yeah, I don't know if you're really creative because if you're a creative, you should make if good music if you're happy. Now, people can only feel your sad stuff because they're resonating with your sad trauma. I get that, but there should be some. If you're a creative, you should be able to make happy songs too and be good songs. So even if you're happy in love, why you can't make there's songs like Stevie Wonder who have made songs about love that are just as passionate as songs about trauma. Here we are on earth together. There's so many beautiful songs about love that are passionate and happy. It don't have to be about trauma. I think people who only write songs about trauma or who can only write songs about trauma, I just think we're just relating to the trauma. We're not relating to their skill and talent as an artist. Because if you take a sculptor, he can make a sad sculptor, a sad sculpture in and deliver the skill that he has as a sculptor in the same way if he did a happy balloon or a happy person smiling that delivers a joyous feeling to you when you see that sculpture. Do you see what I'm saying? His skill as a sculptor is still going to be there. It ain't just going to be some sad sculptures that he's like, oh my, and you look at his sculpture like, oh my God, I feel this. It's so much sadness in this piece. He should be able to convey the happiness too. And I think that's about singers. I think that about writers. You should be able to skillfully write about trauma and skillfully write about joy. And they be just as relatable and good. Stevie done it all through social commentary, love songs, other things. Yeah, that's what makes you a good writer. That's why Stevie goes down in history as one of our greatest writers because he he's done it all. It's been songs about love, it's been songs about joy, it's been songs about heartache, it's been songs about um society and social shit going on. That's why he's one of our greats. I mean somebody said the weekend I was obsessed with. Oh, I hate the weekend. I hate his voice, like everything about his voice. Everything about the weekend I hate. Like if I had a top zero, a top the bottom 10, he would be there. With Tiny Tim tipping through the tulips. Tiptoe through the tulips by the window. Hate it. All right, y'all. I got to get up out of here because I promised my people that I was going to be there. We didn't talk about what I thought we was going to talk about, but we've been on here for 2 hours talking about music. But all right, y'all. Why did they use to sing like that? That fast vibrato. Tiptoe through the window, by the window. Oh, sounds like a lamb. Um, who got that lamb? Monica got that lamb. It's not as bad, but Monica got that lamb to me. That lamb in her voice. Silly of me, been under so much time. Something kind of boy, I nearly lost my mind. She has it's that lamb. It's not as heavy. Oh, Nina Simone definitely got that lamb. Mm, oh, Cinnamon, who you gonna run to? Oh, Cinnamon, who you gonna run to? Oh, Cinnamon. No, they were singing live. The people I'm talking about, they just have fast vibratos. Like Tiny Tim had a fast vibrato. Um, Somebody who has a very slow vibrato, but I like how it sounds, is Leanne LaHavis. She has a very slow vibrato. Um, yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, heat wave. Sincerely. Oh, yeah, sincerely. 'Cause I love you so dearly. That's the McGuire sisters. Please stay, you'll be mine. Oh, Lord, won't you tell me why you love that fella so? Next time you got to do top background singers. Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, Luther Vandross. Lisa Fisher. And something Love. Her last name is Darlene Love. There you go. Did it for you quick. All of them were background singers. Oh, Kelly Price. I forgot about Kelly Price. Kelly Price is yes. All of them was background singers, honey. I like all Kellys. Kelly's voice didn't lose her. Big Kelly, little Kelly, all Kelly. Old black male jazz singer, but a very deep voice. Andy Bay. I heard of Andy Bay. I know who that is. He's great. Some of my very deep voice males are he sings Smokestack Lightning. Oh, what is his name? He sings Smokestack Lightning. Let me search his name. Smokestack. Howlin' Wolf. One of my favorite, like really deep voice males is Howlin' Wolf. Howlin' Wolf, yeah. Yeah. Sheryl Crow started off as a background singer for Michael Jackson. She did, but she ain't in my top nothing of anything. She ain't in my top nothing for anything. No. No, 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 no. She is not. She is not. So make sure y'all thumbs up if we had a good conversation. I wanted to talk about Diddy and Lil Bootsy and all that stuff. I'll come back live sometime within the weekend and talk about that. I wanted to talk about all of that stuff. But we got in music, and I love music too. So, oh well. I will talk to y'all later. And yeah, thanks for the donations, y'all. Mwah. All right, y'all. Bye-bye.